couple of issues have come up, and it sparked a little interest in me on how to solve this issue. Example is here in ORBX, LIEO, ILS. Runway 5 not working, but yet runway 23 works correctly. And then again down here, right here, the KACK runway 6 ILS not working, yet runway 24 works fine. So I was wondering, and I noticed this on the KACK too. I've tried the approach runway 6 with actually version 4.5, and I had issues, but 24 also worked fine. So I'm gonna see if I can solve the issue with the KACK to see if we can verify that this is true as simply as possible, and I think I can do that with the Lord of Landing software. So I'm going to continue that and give that a try, see what happens. Okay, so we're going to use Lord of Landing, but we want to have the proper things in here, so let's bring this in. So for runway 6 ILS approach at KACK, it's going to be 1,700 feet, and it's a 109.1 is the nav radio setting, and the course is going to be 061 degrees. Alright, so I think when you do the Lord of Landing, it's going to start you a lot higher. It's probably going to start you like 3,000, I'm not sure, but we'll see. But we have to get down to 1,700 feet and stay on a course of 061. Make sure our radius tuned is 109.1, and let's see if we can pick up the locator and the glide slope. Okay, so we set the course and the heading 061. The altitude we have set for 1,700. Let's start the and we put the nav as 109.10 in here. Now let's start the Lord of Landing. And now we should be good to go. So let me Control Shift A, and that should start the Lord of Landing approach. So it seems like we're at altitude 3,500 feet. We're going down now. And this is where we are, so I'm going to turn on the locator and the lights, the approach. Well, see, it doesn't like that, so I'll go back to the heading. Couldn't find the localizer or the glide slope. So it is not finding the localizer nor the glide slope from runway 6. We'll repeat this again. You can repeat it just by drawing Control, starting Lord of Landing. Control Shift A for me is what I put in. Okay, here we are. I'm going to take it off pause. Make sure the heading's on. Heading, take it off approach. Okay. Okay, as soon as I switch the nav, it goes off course. And in fact, I noticed it almost goes opposite to 240, which would be runway 24. So there's an issue with this. It appears that it's picking up the localizer for runway 24, even though it's not on that course, except for that course. And there we are, just straightening out. Oh, the ILS approach on runway 6 does not work on KACK. And this is with 4.5, prepared 3G 4.5. So let me show you if 24 works. All right, let's do Lord of Landing from that. So now we're going to do the same thing. It's the same frequency, but the course is 240. Yes, it's 241 and 109.1. All right. And the altitude here is 1,600 feet. So we'll set it for 1,600, 1,700. Here we go. Unpause it. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the localizer by hitting nav. Let's see if it works. And looks like it's working. See, it didn't drift off. And the approach. As you can see, it looks like this is working on runway 24, but it didn't work on runway 6. So this is a nice, easy way to find out if it's going to work before you waste your flight time doing an ILS approach, and you're not too sure if it's going to work. This is a good way to check to make sure that your ILS approaches are going to work at these runways. I like this. I might note I looked back at some of my older videos, and this runway 6 had worked in 2018, but they've done some upgrades on the KACK from ORBX, and so maybe I'm just guessing, maybe that's what screwed up. Something screwed up. But it was working in 2018, the runway 6, but it doesn't work now for an ILS approach. Well, there you have it. Runway 6 ILS doesn't work. Runway 24 works fine. Well, this is my Lord of Landing report. What did I fail? Everything, probably. The speed was okay. The vertical speed was okay. Oh, okay. The flare distance was perfect. Okay. Center line was perfect. Oh. The pitch failed. Right? Bank. Headings, perfect. The stabilizer